What is going on, team? Welcome to today's vlog. Today's vlog is the news. As you can tell, we're home. Here comes a good joke. And I'm pumped to be back. I know a lot of you are probably thinking like, Craig, where is the rest of the Australian vlogs? Where is the Bali vlogs? Honestly, I have them all on. They're all on here. They are being edited. They will be released over the next couple of days whilst I'm jet lagged and probably not doing a lot. Some amazing content. Do go and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. I'm just a terrible YouTuber, okay? I just can't keep up. I get up earlier so there's more time for awesome stuff, but I still can't edit the videos fast enough. Anyway, gonna start off today's news with a bang. That one, I don't know. Like every time I watch these, they just make me cringe. But I don't know if it's worse than the other one. This one makes a more pronounced noise. Honestly, I think sometimes when I'm making the news, and honestly, I think what goes through Jazz's head a lot of the time is just this meme. Also, an awesome piece of news, the CrossFit video that they came and filmed with myself and Jazz, that is now on their YouTube, so the link will be down below. Go down there, smash the like button, go and check it out.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And your guys' reactions to it have been awesome.
Before we get into the news, a little bit of banter. I don't have an advent calendar, so I'm opening cupboard doors and eating whatever's in them. This Christmas time, there is your excuse. Also, I thought this bit of news recently was actually hilarious. Google CEO forced to explain to Congress why Trump comes up when idiot is searched. I thought it was pretty genius, and I thought like the team could come up with things CrossFit related that are kind of the same. Functional fitness going on in the background. Jazz, I'll do that. Are you doing both at the same time? She's so strong. Something like, Google CEO forced to explain why just give up, you'll never master it comes in when you search snatch into... I don't know if that was a good one, I'm really on the spot here. But please do put your suggestions down in the comments below. I'm going to mention a couple of them on the vlog, probably in 20 years time when I've got through the backlog. Also, seeing as it is the festive season, if you go onto Rogue right now and you want some festive shoes, I thought these were pretty cool. I saw a subscriber wearing them on Instagram and I was like, where'd you get them from? And I'm not going to buy them because honestly, I wouldn't wear them. But if you do want to walk into the box, it's kind of like Ugly Sweater, but a shoe version. Adidas Powerlifter 3.1 Men's Ugly Sweater Edition. You want to impress some people at the box and have a talking point, definitely buy a pair. Speaking of shoes, in a couple of years to come on this vlog, I am going to do a full review of the Rich Fronings. I'm so excited. Ordered them as soon as they came out, but obviously I was away and it was torture. I'm one of those people that loves just banter between athletes. Goodmanson on his Instagram has a bit of banter with CrossFit Games athlete Phil Hesketh. Puts this on his Instagram, says UAE is not joking. There we can see a Rolls Royce, beautiful Mercedes, a Ferrari or two. Obviously he pans around his camera and goes, neither is Phil Hesketh. And Carrie Pierce takes the happy and you know it, clap your hands song to another level.
You're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Honestly though, if you do that drill, it is good for your kip power and strength. So if you're one of those people that struggles with chest to bars, or you don't activate your shoulders enough in toes to bar, give that drill a go. Anyway, on to the actual news. Like over the last couple of days, obviously we've had the start of the DUBAI CROSSFIT CHAMPIONSHIPS. That's what I'm going to talk about for the rest of the video. As of yet, Morning Chalk Up obviously did an article on it too. They said the game's rulebook won't be released in time for the season kickstart in Dubai, which is kind of crazy to think about in terms of now the season is underway. Event 1 won by Matt Fraser.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Don't know what to make about it. That's why I think so many CrossFit Games athletes are just going in a team, because if there's no rule book and they don't know what's happening throughout the season, I think a lot of Games athletes are giving it a year this year to kind of just see how it all pans out and then really dive in next year. Kind of like what I did there. Speaking of diving in, we're looking at the first couple of events for the Speaking of event 1, if you look at the leaderboard, and one name that pops up at the bottom of the leaderboard is Alex Anderson. Event 1 during the 21:15.9 kettlebell snatches, front squats into a 350 meter swim, the 13th fittest man in the world in 2018. Apparently his back just blew up on those first lot of 21 kettlebell swings, and by 18 he actually fell to his knees and couldn't continue with the competition over the weekend, which is a sad and probably very frustrating thing for an athlete. Like, his previous post to that was that he was ready for the Dubai. Someone of his caliber, you always have a chance. So kind of a sad moment at the start of the year, but hopefully we'll see him at another sanctioned event and watch him crush it. Going into event 2, 800 meter true form run into a 350 meter ish swim with a buoy. I don't know how you say it. Like, Fraser and the commentators call it a buoy.
Turn at the buoy that.
But I think it's a buoy. But then a buoy is like a buoy. But looking at that event, it looked a pretty cool event. Obviously the surf was pretty crazy. So Matt McLeod, one of the Aussies, used it to his advantage. Could also put surfing into people's DMs like. And also, he almost looks like a dolphin, just, you know what I mean? If that was me, that'd be a terribly different story and a terribly different looking. But yeah, pretty crazy amount of surf. Cool story though to come out of that event about Matt Fraser. I can't verify it myself, but the commentators mentioned it. Here's the story.
Matt Fraser was telling us a story yesterday during the swim where he had lost his buoy. Bjorkvin Carl Gudmundsson caught it and gave it back to him. And Matt was, truth to be honest, like, you're a better competitor than I am, bro.
Basically there and then, Gudmundsson could have ended Matt Fraser's attempt at winning the first sanctioned event. He could have just let the buoy go off, and obviously if you didn't have the buoy, you did not finish the event, and that would have knocked so many points off him that you wouldn't have been able to come back from it. So fair play Gudmundsson for the sportsmanship. That is on another level. So after taking event 1, Matt Fraser in that event took 9th, but there's kind of a reason behind it. Also after that event, Fraser got asked about the season ahead and what he thought of it. Here was his response.
You know, I like the possibility of, you know, the influence of, you know, if you get the flu right before regionals, you twist your ankle right before regionals, you know, that used to be like your season was done. But now, you know, there's kind of that safeguard of, okay, like there's more opportunities to qualify for the games. So, you know, that's why I'm here. You know, it's the first one. I wanted to take a whack at it as soon as I could so that if things didn't go my way, I had plenty of time to still try to hit another.
Moving on to day 2, the 4x4. Event 3, 4 kilometer run in a weights vest, 4 kilometer run without the weights vest. What a lot of you didn't realise is that it was also a weighted run with the shoes.
Running in the desert.
It's like weighted shoes and weighted vest.
Laura Horvath figured it out though halfway through the event. Apparently she just lost her shoes.
Laura Horvath finishing, and Bill, did she take her shoes off? Is she shoeless?
Apparently. There's a pair of free CrossFit Games shoes out on the course somewhere.
That 4x4 event looked pretty brutal. It looked more kind of like a walk run. You kind of just have to take the runs when you can to make up the time. Can't run the whole thing. A lot of strategy involved. Tell you what was pretty crazy though is watching the film crew drive around, getting their film equipment and actually filming the event. After watching that, I asked Patty, or one of the film crew, how much fun was this? He replied, the best. You know what the desert run reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the Pirates of the Caribbean. And this video here, he Buchanan, is Captain Jack Sparrow looking for Laura Horvath's lost treasure of shoes. Laura Horvath's shoes are now like buried treasure, somewhere in the Dubai desert. Then moving on to the max snatch event, the final one that I'm going to cover on today's vlog, because if I wanted to cover all the other ones, they're actually currently going on live right now. This video would be too long. I wanted to start off with Duvenage. Hit 136 kilo in the max snatch event, and then he was looking down at the floor and then completely caught me off guard. For you guys that watch this vlog and know Kevin Winkins, he is basically like a South African version of Kevin Winkins.
What made you go for it out there?
I think the crowd, like I heard my name a couple of times when I came in, and it's like, I mean, there's some supporters and I didn't expect that, so I think it was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Just made me smile as soon as he started speaking. But the max snatch event that happened this morning seemed pretty good for a lot of athletes. Laura Horvath PB'd a snatch at 94 kilos, Sigmundsdóttir hit a 92 kilo snatch, Mia Akerlund snatched 104 kilos, that was the heaviest lift for the women, and Lauren Fisher PB'd a snatch at 83 kilos, and she's like... And on the men's side, most guys, if not all guys, went over 110, 120 kilos. If you look back at the original start of CrossFit, like 10, 15 years ago, snatching 120 kilos would have been like ridiculous. Like it was just, you would have been Jesus in the CrossFit world. Nowadays, it's kind of like a standard if you want to be up there with the Games athletes. When you're looking at a max snatch event, the one person that comes to mind is Matt Fraser. Obviously has the Olympic lifting background. He's not the biggest dude in the whole entire world, But he came into this event, knew exactly what he had to do. Being in the last heat is always an advantage. He knew 136 was the heaviest lift and he loaded up 137. Missed it the first time, but this is how comfortable he is, and this is how much more of a CrossFitter he is than a weightlifter. A weightlifter, if they usually miss a snatch, they'll probably take a good 3 or 4 minutes before re-attempting. Whereas he kind of just dropped it backwards, turned around and had about 5-6 seconds before then just going and hitting it. And then on the team side, I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, but here he is on Instagram. This was insane. On the floor at the Dubai CrossFit Championships, we saw the heaviest lift, the heaviest snatch that's ever been recorded at a CrossFit event, 150 kilos.
50, okay. So 150 attempt on the bar, and if he can stand up with it, we were hoping we're going to see some fire.
It made it look easy. Who doesn't love a max lift event? And if you don't, then what do you enjoy watching? First 4 events of the CrossFit Games season, first 4 events of the Dubai Fitness Championships. Matt Fraser is in first. There is no surprise there. It took him 3 events to get there, but 2 of those involved a swim and 1 of them was a desert run. Matt Fraser is known for Under the Lights in the tennis stadium, and he put out on Instagram, got to mess around on the beach and in the desert elements, now looking forward to hitting the floor for more fitness. Hard work pays off. Looks content. We all know Fraser as a guy that under the lights doing the core of CrossFit is unstoppable. So I'm pretty excited to see how he does in the rest of the events coming up. Now that you're up to date with most of the things that have happened at the Dubai CrossFit Championships over the first 4 events, here is someone that got inspired to do the max snatch, walking into a commercial gym, doing whatever it takes.
What the f? Look at this dude. Homeboy's real right. What the f? Homeboy looks like a little dude from Up. What the hell? Hey Russell, what are you doing, bro? What are you?
It's a great video, absolutely great video. I just love that they call him the guy from Up. And also here's a video of Jazz and I arriving back in the UK today. It's not quite snowing, but it's freezing. And here's a black and white photo of BK Goodmanson being a model in the Dubai desert for no reason at all. Smash that like button if you did enjoy today's news, as always. Smash that like button. And we'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video when we're still in Australia. Then you'll have like 5 videos from Bali. Then a couple from Singapore. I'm a terrible YouTuber. How's YouTube life going, Craig? Great.